Hello learners, we'll be talking on the fourth module of Life Skills on Graduate MOOC course. This module deals with the 21st century life skills. In this, we will be talking about the 21st century life skills, their introduction, their need, and the various types of life skills which are required in 21st century. As you all know, this world is rapidly evolving and diverse technologies are coming in place day to day. The evolution has achieved a rampant speed after the onset of 21st century. With this rising human and machinery development, the changes are also rising every day and we have lot of challenges. It is necessary to give the students or the learners the necessary skills which are required in the 21st century. The skills of the 21st century are those skills which have been evolved due to globalization, liberalization, privatization, and advancement of information and communication technology. As discussed earlier in the previous units, life skills are set of abilities and behaviors that enable individuals to deal effectively with demands and challenges of everyday life. These challenges have transformed at multiple levels after the onset of this century, leading to the demand for dealing with these challenges of the century. Hence, it has been termed as 21st century skills, where life skills also find their relevance in addressing such challenges of 21st century, which are evolving day by day. According to 21st century, talents are those that a person needs for their overall growth in order to contribute to the advancement and development of their community, country, and the world. If you go to the CBSE manual, which says this, that 21st century life skills refers to those skills that are required to enable an individual to face the challenges of 21st century world, that is globally active, digitally transforming, collaboratively moving forward, creatively progressing, seeking competent human resources, and quick in adopting to challenges. Since the world is evolving at a rapid rate, the diverse technological advancement in day-to-day lives achieve a drastic speed after the onset of 21st century. The boost of globalization, liberalization, and privatization has led to increase in communication and technology, and the new challenges have been posed to the learners or to the individuals who have to rise to the skills which are required in the 21st century. A collection of competencies and abilities known as 21st century skills are hence those skills which are required for success in the contemporary, quickly changing world, especially in workplace and in education. These abilities are aimed at preparing people to prosper in a globally interconnected world and to adjust to shifts in technology, society, and economy. So, we can say that 21st century skills are a collection of competencies and abilities necessary for success in contemporary, quickly changing world, especially in workplace and education, and aimed at preparing people to prosper in globally interconnected world. If you look at an example, we can say what are 21st century skills. Suppose we are taking example of a person born in 1965 in a remote village of Madhya Pradesh. He is now working as a farmer. He is very interactive, socializes with people very easily. He is earning good sum from his agriculture products, spending it in family and for maintaining his own expenses, but he has no zero savings for future. He is not able to make online payments, watch any YouTube video without additional support, hesitates in using smartphones, and is mentally disturbed due to the feeling of being left out in the race because he has not adapted himself with the changing world, which is so much into technology and communication. He's not even willing to take any risk in terms of devices, financial decisions, and critically thinks about his children's future prospect. He's not taking any such action in this. So what does it mean? That he is just thinking of roti kapda makan in terms of the times which were there in 20th century. The person is, has this person evolved? No, he has not evolved over time. The world has evolved, but he is left behind. So what is required? That he has to get himself adapted to the digital technologies, take financial decisions for himself and his future, and also keep skilling himself by using the online videos, the online lectures, and also online chats which are there. Also, his connectivity will improve, his own financial reach will improve if he is able to use this communication technology which is there in the 21st century. So what is required for this person? He has to adapt. He's already financially secured for himself, but he has to adapt to the requirement of this century so that he can leave a good amount of balance for his future generations to come, and also he doesn't feel left out in this world. If we look at some definitions of 21st century, we say that 21st century skills, if we look at some definitions of 21st century, we say that 21st century skill refers to broad set of knowledge, skills, works, habits, and character traits that are believed by educators, school reformers, college professors, employers, and others to be critically important to succeed in today's world, particularly in collegiate programs and contemporary career at workplaces. This is a definition given by Grocery of Educational Reform 2016. Now, there are certain other definitions which we can look at. Binkley in 2012, he says 21st century skills are abilities and attributes that can be taught or learnt in order to enhance ways of thinking, learning, working, and living in the world. The skills include creativity, innovation, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, learning to learn, metacognition, communication, collaboration, teamwork, informational literacy, ICT literacy, citizenship, life and career skills, and personal and social responsibilities, which includes cultural awareness and competencies. Another definition we can say is by Buckle in 2024. In Panorama Education, he says that there are 21st century skills can be defined as the knowledge, life skills, career skills, habits, and traits that are critically important for students to succeed in today's world, particularly as the students move from college to workplace and to adult life. So the transition which is required in today's life, it can be only smooth if the 21st century skills are properly adapted. So with these definitions, we can say that acquiring 21st century skills, especially in our learning phase itself, becomes very important. In fact, it is necessary for the students or the learners to have these 21st century skills because it is the need of the hour. And how we will acquire these 21st century skills, that also has to be taught. So what is the need of these 21st century skills? First, we have to think this. Why do we require these 21st century skills? Now, requirement of these 21st century skills is basically, first of all, we have to say that it has to prepare us for the job market in the 21st centuries. Many times when we talk of Indian scenario, we have seen that it is said that our graduates lack the 21st century skills, especially the Indian graduates. So they have to be inculcated with these 21st century skills if they have to go in the global market. First, as we said, job market, it is crucial for the graduates to possess in order to meet the expectations of job market. Certain 21st century skills which are there, it can be employers search for employability qualities beyond credentials and experience if they have to see in for our job market. Better equipping social sciences students with future job market would need expanding our understanding of underlying mechanism of relation between 21st century abilities and career sustainability. Therefore, the undergraduate students must prepare well in advance with the latest skills which are required for today's job market, which are required to solve the problems in today's job market. Next is having informed decision, as we have discussed in the example provided above. Informed decision in life, be in terms of financial expenses, career choices, or any other short or long-term life decisions, we have to have these decisions in relation to the requirement of the world today. Individuals who possess critical thinking skills are better able to analyze and evaluate information, make well-informed decision, make well-informed judgment, and act with that accordingly. They can also determine the reliability, correctness, and worth of information which is given to them. In order to navigate in the complexity of today's world and to make sure that the judgments are based on data, a variety of viewpoints and optimistic outlook is required in the 21st century, and therefore informed decisions are very important because they give us an optimistic outlook. The today's world is changing rapidly and we have to adapt ourselves to it. Therefore, lifelong and self-directed learning is very essential. With shift in educational opportunities through online and digital media, the opportunities for continuous development and adapting to growth needs are increasing proportionately. In order to promote more autonomous and self-directed learning experience, the 21st century offers a wealth of easily accessible online resources, personalized learning platforms, and technological tools that enable people to charge off their education, establish their own objectives, and select most effective way to reach these objectives. And the biggest advantage in this 21st century is that learning doesn't stop with age in years. It goes on if you are ready, if you are adaptable to the learning requirement, to the changes which are happening in the century or in the world. Next is adaptability in resilience. Again and again, we are saying that the 21st century is a very fast changing world. We require to adapt ourselves to the changes which are occurring. Earlier, the changes used to occur in 20 years. Now, every year we are seeing change in technology, we are seeing change in devices. So that way we have to adapt to the new situation. Adaptability and resilience are essential for success in the modern world, and people and organizations who adopt new skills, accept changes, and overcome obstacles will prosper in this fast changing environment. It will enable individuals to confidently face future uncertainties both at individual and collective level, respond to emergencies sensibly, and build a community there where they can prosper and face the challenges. Next, we require a collaborating and networking in this world. This world, which is the globalized world, it has put major emphasis on collaboration at multiple level. An individual who possesses good hold over digital devices, online collaboration techniques, communication, is a critical thinker and a team manager, can have a greater contribution towards his own development and also improve society as well as organization where it works. most important requirement for this world is the sustainability, all in terms of environmental resources, in terms of infrastructure resources, also in terms of your own developmental resources. Sustainability plays a key focus. Focus on sustainable development is there because it contributes to development of the whole world. So this century puts greater stress on sustainability. Most of the 21st century skills focus on sustainable development in terms of overall development of individual and world as a whole. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals proposed by United Nations subsumes almost 21st century skills which are required, and these the United Nations has given itself time till 2030 to attain these goals, and maybe after this they will again review and find out what are the new goals. So based on this, we can say that the most important 21st century skills which are required can be stated as below. There are 21st century skills as per the Glossary of Educational Reform 2016 says that important 21st century skills are critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, analysis, interpretation, and synthesizing information. So this is one. Many of these 21st century skills we have also talked in the WHO skills which were given for learners of the 21st century. So these are also there. These may be part of some skills which are proposed by WHO, or those 10 skills, but these are also, some of them have been added looking at the changes in the requirement of this century. Research skills and practices, interrogative questioning, because again we say research is the basis of all new information, and any information which is based on sound research finding will help us to have a sustainable sort of solution for this century. Creativity, artistry, curiosity, imagination, innovation, and personal expression. This is another set of life skills which are required in the 21st century. Perseverance, self-direction, planning, self-discipline, adaptability, initiative, that is also another part of life skills. So these can be sets of life skills which are required. Oral, written communication, public speaking, and presenting. Both we have to be effective in our communication in terms of interpersonal communication, and also when we are talking to others. So even in the mass communication aspect, we have to be effective. Another very important aspect of effective communication is listening. So that also we have to train our learners of 21st century to listen, because then only they can imbibe the information and respond accordingly. Leadership, teamwork, collaboration, cooperation, facility in using virtual workplace. COVID has certainly changed the way of thinking, way of working. Today, we have options of work from home because spaces have become limited in office environment. So that connectivity can also be taken, and teams have to work also if they are connected virtually. So that is very important, that distances are no more a limitation today. You can have a good working team even if you are separated in terms of distance. ICT literacy, media and internet literacy, data interpretation and analysis, and computer programming is again a very important skill which is required in 21st century. Today, you cannot say that I am not able to use a computer device because I have not been trained in it. You have to use, and since lifelong learning opportunities are there, you can train yourself by self-learning environment. So that is how you have to place yourself in this rapidly changing world. So if you look at all this grocery of life skills or 21st century skills which has been discussed, we can say we can categorize these into three major categories: learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills in general. And Central Board of Secondary Education, while referring to 21st century skills, has used this classification for the young learners. Now, if we look at one by one into it, the learning skills includes the 4 C's, which includes critical thinking, creativity and innovation, collaboration, and communication. Critical thinking and problem solving, it deals about thinking about an event with logical reasoning and capacity to analyze that information objectively. Creativity and innovation talks of thinking out of the box. Again and again, we have said that creativity, originality is very important because that leads to innovations, to new adaptable solutions. So that is very important. Collaboration, that is because we are saying again and again today it is required that even if the distances are there, we have to work in a team. So individual has to explore diverse opportunities. They have to see diverse ways of making or reaching out to the people with similar sort of ideas or with different sort of ideas, and they have to work together for the new ways. Even if you have to have critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration is very important. And the 4th C, which is very important in the learning skills, is communication. Command over good communication portrays clarity of purpose, empathy, contextual adaptability, and relational understanding over a specified situation. So, 21st century skills require all these 4 C's of critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration together, and these are clubbed as the learning skills. The literacy skills which have been clubbed together are, it includes 3 types of literacy basically. Informational literacy, what information is good, how much it should be kept, how much it should be retained, how much it should be omitted, that is very important. So, information literacy refers to finding, use, production of information efficiently with a specific objective along with use of ICT for the same. So, we can have access to lot of information today. We all know at a click of button we have lot of information today. But what information is important? There is an information overload. But what information is important? How much should be retained and what should be omitted? That should be there. That judgment or that adaptation should be there in the individual. Media literacy, it refers to critically thinking and evaluating the information communicated digitally or manually. Today, as we say, the media, all sort of media, it can be print media, it can be audio media, it can be visual media, those are again at access to everyone. Now we have to again use this media judiciously. We have to see how we can use it, not wasting our time. See what is happening. We have so many communication channels today. We have so many news channels, entertainment channels, educational channels, but we have to have a judicious use of this media. This we have to learn according to our time, according to our need. This we should learn. And technological literacy, which says that we must be associated with the ability to use, manage, understand the technology properly. The life skills, which are again secondary board of secondary education has said, they are flexibility and adaptability, leadership and responsibility. These are 5 actually: flexibility and adaptability. These are those ability which a person has to have if he has to modify plans, priorities, concept and responses. Then the L stands for leadership and responsibility. Leadership skills, which carry ability to lead responsibly. That is very important. It is a behavioral aspect of an individual which is required in a particular situation. Initiative and self-direction. Initiative deals with ability to start a task independently, and self-direction describes a person's proactive involvement, which is very important today. We have to go forward, take our own initiative and proceed. Again, as I said, today's world is, although we are connected technologically, but also we are working in silos because interpersonal interactions have somehow become limited in today's world due to increase in information communication platforms. So people are less connected physically, more connected virtually. So that is very important, that again you have to take for collaboration, for creativity, for teamwork. Initiative have to be taken. Productivity and accountability, that is an ability of an individual to complete a task within a stipulated framework of time, and accountability refers to a ability where we take responsibility of the work which we have done and we are answerable to the actions because of those work. And last, the S stands for social and cross-cultural interaction. As I said, today we are more attached or more active on the virtual platform. So that ability to interact with individuals personally is somehow missing. That has to be encouraged, that has to be imbibed in our young individuals, in our young graduates today, so that they go together, they can work together in a team and they can adjust to different social and cultural contexts. That is very important today. So if we see today, we can say that it is clearly seen that 21st century skills are necessary to be acquired by the learners or graduates of today, so that these skills help the learners to proceed in a well adapted, well sustainable environment of 21st century. We will be dealing with 4 skills which are required in this 21st century. 2 are the 21st century skills and 2 concepts are based on our Indian knowledge system. So digital literacy, financial literacy, which is in the context of modern times, how much of the digital information access, reach, use we have to do. Financial literacy, because today the learners, the young graduates are more independent financially. They're moving out of their houses, so they have to know how to use the finances available with them judiciously. Panchbhut and Panchkosh talks of our ancient system of knowledge, which said how a person can grow, evolve using these concepts in our system, our day-to-day life and awareness of them. How Annamay, Jnanamay, Pranamay, Manomay, Anandamay Kosh, and how the Panchbhut aspect can help in development of sustainability feelings in an individual, sustainability aspect in an individual in relation to his workplace, in relation to his self, and in relation to his society. Thank you.